Welcome to the Create Clarity with Charity podcast, where hybrid business coach and consultant Charity Brown shares her bold and daring business tips that will transform your business into the best that it can be. Here's your host, Charity Brown.
What's going on, everybody? You know who it is, B.O.B., nothing but the best of the best here. We've got a very special live stream again, and we've got our favorite, Charity Brown, back in the house. How are you, Charity?
Doing wonderful. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Getting over that hump day today.
Man, we've got a great show. And in a special guest, we've got Mr. Allan Knight in addition to Charity Brown tonight. Now, I'm going to really get into why this is going to be such a powerful stream, guys, okay? I mean, there's some special stuff going on tonight. I'm feeling very zen right now. I'm in that vibe right now. You know, we're gonna talk more about it. But oh man, the stars are lining. I feel like a little magic is over our stream tonight. You know what I mean? So,
are you making fun?
I want to start out by having our guests introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about them. You know the topic tonight, by the way, okay? 8 figures, baby, okay? How are we going to make these 8-figure money? How are we going to make the links, the connections, have that mindset, build ourselves up and build our network up to get there? What's the process? What's the blueprint? You guys know how I'm cut over here, business, money, and credit. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. If you're watching on the replay, peace and love. I come out with 3 videos every week. So I want to start out. You guys have seen Charity, so I want to do things a little different. I want to start with Allan. Okay. Oh. I want you guys to know what Allan does. He's in a secret location right now as we speak. And Mr. Knight, please introduce yourself. Welcome to Cakeology, Mr. Knight.
Thank you so much, Bob. As you could tell, I'm in the Arctic here. That's so I apologize for the quality of the video, but my voice is more important than my look, so here I am. Absolutely. So what I found out before the stream, guys, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how all this is going to fit in, but Mr. Allan Knight was a previous Zen monk that now teaches high-level entrepreneurs, CEOs, serious business people that art of communication, baby. Okay, how to zen into a mind. You know what I mean? All right. Now we know about the mind. Now let's get down to real earth here. You know what I mean? And there's no better to talk about we've got the mind, and then what else we got? We got the body, we got the beauty. So let me introduce Miss Charity Brown. How are you?
Hello. Thank you, Bob, for that introduction. And my partner, Allan Knight, former Zen monk. We have this amazing program called the Happy CEO, and we intertwine the two fundamental business process and coaching / consulting and Zen monk meditation and mindset and communication and leadership skills, and we bundled it up in a nice hot rod little package.
That's amazing. Wow. So let me get this straight now. Let's start from the top real quick. Okay, let's start from the top because we all know why we're here, right? We're here because you saw the title. We're talking about taking our dreams and making them into reality, manifesting what we believe in our hearts that we're willing to accomplish. Okay, and then putting that mindset to work. Okay, that's what we're talking about here today. Okay, now you guys know Charity. You know how she's cut. Okay, I mean she's mentoring high-level CEOs, and we've got a complete package for them. Isn't that right, Charity? So tell me a little bit about that. I mean, how are we going to make all this happen together? Tell me a little something.
Yes, well, cash is king, and that's why I hang with the cake boss here. And it's really important as well to also have that inner bank account on full. Okay, so we are our own best asset, And to really attain true wealth and inner freedom and feel the freedom of having plenty of money, it really starts from within. And so we really want to make sure that not only the fundamental business practices, usually if you're making 6 or 7 figures by now, you already have those dialed in pretty good. And maybe it's that just life is, kind of feeling like going against the grain, and you need to revisit how to your dream lifestyle. So how do you make that happen other than just thinking about, wow, I wish I had a house in Maui, and I wish I had a boat in Cabo, and I wish I just, had more time with my family, or I really wish I could have a couple more investment properties. Like, we all have these visions and our why is so important, but a lot of times we forget what that is. And to dial back in to what is most important to us while we have large amounts of responsibility, large amounts of liability, and a lot of people to answer to, like staff, colleagues. We need to have all these very important key tools dialed in and work our inner fitness muscle. So, and that is like pretty much, leadership qualities and developing that high-end lifestyle mindset and tapping into your heart and your brain and really calibrating everything and dialing it in for success.
Absolutely. And hold on. Well, this is my missile one here. This is the one that you guys wanted. You know what I mean? That's how we're doing it, baby.
Wow.
So, hey, there's a lot. Hold on. Just chill out, everyone. Chill out. Holy macro! You get these people going, boy. They just don't stop. Let me say what's going on. DJ Gaines Bond out here, Mr. Mentor in the house, Miss Ivy, hello, Points Blank in the Heezy, baby. What's going on? Ricky G, what's happening, sir? I want to welcome the whole family. Daryl, how are you? Mr. Kevin Jackson of the Jackson family's in the house. Beat it. No, not you, Billie Jean, dude. Now I don't want you to beat it. Hey, don't beat it. So I don't know if you guys got all of that, okay? But what the high level of it is that, listen, it takes a team. And Charity, how does Allan fit into the model here? Because I'm really curious about and this is what I truly believe in. Like you said, everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with your perception. Everything starts with your inner, how you feel, what you believe, how open your mind is. Talk to me, Zen Master. Open my eyes, please.
Yes,
is that a question
Allan
for me or Charity? Are you asking me or Charity?
We're asking I know Charity's a Zen Master too, but I'm asking you right now.
Okay, first of all, the first thing I want to say is I'm so happy and excited to be working with Charity, because I've known Charity for several years now. And the thing I've always wanted to do, what I call a total umbrella of entrepreneurship, because obviously I've worked with entrepreneurs and CEOs for many, many years, but my focus is more inner power, self-mastery, and ultimately mastering your communication skills. But when I met Charity, I realized she has many of the business skills that I don't have. So the program that we have together is kind of a one-stop entrepreneurial CEO makeover. So I'm really excited about it. But talking about the inner, one thing I learned a lot, I was a monk for 9 years of my life, because I realized quite quickly in my life that I came close to dying on the desert. I realized I needed to find out if there's more to life than the physical body, the rational mind, and just making money. And I went inside. I came close to dying. It scared the shit out of me.
Wait a minute.
And eventually,
hold on, rewind. You said the desert. Well, I mean, so what happened? Like, tell me a little bit about that. So, I mean, were you out in the desert, lost, or what happened? Did you fly off a plane while you were trying to hang glide? I don't know. Crazy rich white men like to do that stuff like that. I don't know. What you been up to, man?
Well, what happened is, I love your questions, by the way. After my second year taking a bachelor in psychology at McGill in Montreal, where I'm from, I decided to travel the world for a year, which I did.
Okay.
And at some point, I ended up in the Middle East near the Mediterranean Sea, and it was 125 degrees. I walked 10 miles to the sea. Nobody was there. I had a tomato and a piece of bread, hot, hot, hot. Walked back. My heart started beating fast, 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 fast. I fell on the ground under a tree, and I thought that was it.
Whoa,
Miraculously,
scary,
some Yemenite man saved me. And at that night, I met a woman who said, "You're going to go back to Montreal and you're going to meet a teacher." And 2 weeks later, I met these people that had these big, calm, clear eyes. They were free. And I said, I want that. Moved in, lived like a monk for 9 years until I missed women too much. And then I left the monastery.
Well, this might not be politically correct, but if I'm going to leave the monastery, that might be a reason why I might do that.
Yeah, right.
That reason kind of I can explain to God. So hey, it's rough out here, man. So that's super interesting. I love what I love about business and what I love about meeting entrepreneurs and different mentors and leaders like yourself is that everyone has such a story, such a unique story. And everyone that, when you share that story, that's what business is. Business is relationships more than anything else, is to be able to understand that individual that's sitting across the table from you and try to understand, well, what are they looking for? How are they looking to grow? And how can you make them a better person? How can you give them the advantage? Every Olympic athlete has a trainer. Every Olympic athlete has a team. Every successful person has a staff. So I look at it like, remember that show, Charity, you too young probably to remember this, but remember that show Voltron? Allan, you might remember that Voltron show, man.
No,
you old.
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. You don't remember the Lions, how they came together and formed the one robot, the Voltron? Remember, there were 5 different. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna explain it to you. There was 5 different lions. They were all from outer space, and each one of them came together and they formed the big robot Voltron. You guys know what I'm talking about on here. Okay, stop playing with me. All right. So I'm saying all that to say is that when that comes together and you form that big alliance and that big robot, you're much more powerful.
Yes,
that's what I was excited about. That's what I was excited about. What happened after that, if you're interested in knowing, is that when I went back into society, I realized that I had learned how to access the Zen Zone, the calm, clear mind, but the rest of my life was a bit screwed up. So I learned quickly that getting in the Zen Zone is only the beginning. You need to integrate it and connect it with every area of life in North America and in the world. So that's what led me to create over the years a step-by-step formula where you not only get in the Zen Zone as a foundation, because it all comes from self-mastery first, but then you got to take action. You got to be committed. You got to transform your mind and your emotion. It's not just mind, it's heart, it's emotion, action. And then ultimately, when you feel really self-mastered and confident in yourself, and you're in that Zen Zone constantly and consistently, then like a ripple effect, you communicate with high-level confidence, clarity, and impact. And that's going to impact your leadership skills, your selling skills, your negotiating skills, and your closing skills in every area, including your personal relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Charity, tell me how your relationship and you bringing an individual and you bringing these pieces together has helped and has assisted these entrepreneurs to take it to the next level. Because I mean, this combination that we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can sleep on this, but believe me, I'm smart enough to know this is the deal. This is what every entrepreneur is looking for. We searching. We're trying to, we need that help. I'm not going to say help, but we need that motivation. We need that elevation. Charity, talk to me. What's happening?
Yes. Yes, that is so what it's all of. That is what it's about, is elevating our human spirit and reconnecting our heart and brain and bringing that into our leadership style. It's a lot, it feels a lot better. And, than everybody who is experiencing you as a boss, as a wife, uh, as a mother, father, anyone you're communicating with will be able to see the instant change in you. It's not just for the 8-figure high roller. It's for the people that have teams and that are impacting other people by their engagement and really doing that successfully and filling themselves up first and feeling fulfilled first and knowing what makes them feel good first. And then really understanding the action items to work out that inner fitness. So it's like activities, like we all go to the gym to get fine-tuned and to look good. And we have to work our muscles to get that definition and to really dial in. And we also have to do that with our mindset and with our connection with ourselves. Absolutely. And Allan can go in a lot with the inner fitness, because the 9 steps that we implement throughout this also high-end CFO program that I teach to CEOs that usually don't want anything really to do with kind of getting buried in the minutia of all the complex details of their business. Usually they are at a level at this time where they have people in place and they have delegated a lot of the duties that would bog them down. But they're still feeling unfulfilled, and they're still feeling like a lack of, maybe a lack of freedom in their lives, even though they have plenty of money. So it's really not always about all the money. It's about really what they need inside, their soul, what their heart and soul needs as well, and fill that up so they can be good leaders and good communicators and stand in their power and rise to the occasion and scale their business. And that's how you reach that 8 figures, is that you break free from all the blocks. You knock all the chatter and all the noise going on, and you really start focusing on the key elements that really are going to impact your life and others. And, Bob, being of service.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I interrupted you there. Okay.
Oh, no.
I interrupted you. No. Rob, can I just jump in for a second here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to draw an analogy. It was beautifully said, by the way, Charity. I just want to draw an analogy. It's, if we look at an example of 2 people falling in love, often people fall in love, they get in that magical space, and it's all great at the beginning. Over a period of time, the emotional, psychological crap and the lack of confidence in ourselves starts to show up. Then manipulation, control, bulliness, and all these other things show, and it sabotages the success of relationship. And so the same is to be said in our business relationships. And a lot of people have a lot of success, as Charity said. They're making a lot of money, but some are on cocaine or stressed out, or their personal relationships at home are not great. But if you actually learn to accept, respect, and love yourself like your own child, you're free. You have inner freedom as a foundation. Then your actions are positive actions, and your communication is done in a heart-centered way. And we're all about heart-centered relationships that transforms everything, including the kind of business that you run.
Absolutely. I'm really curious. So the 8 years that you were a Zen
9.
So what do you do for 8 years? You Zen monkeying. So what is the life?
Zen monkey.
Yeah, Zen. What?
Zen monkey.
Yeah. So if I want a Zen monk, what am I gonna do? Say I want to come. Hey, Allan. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna be a Zen monk, dude. What's happening, man? Let's go, dude. What's happening?
Well, a Zen monkey. I was a Zen monkey.
I said Zen monking, like ing. Like
Zen monkey. I know what you said. I know what you said.
Yes,
now, I want to make something clear. Even though I lived like a Zen monk for 9 years, and people find it cool and they always want to know about it, and it's great. What I've learned over the years is you don't have to be a Zen monk or a Zen nun to master yourself. I learned that later on. However, because in those years, it was very strict discipline. We meditated 4 times a day. We had physical labor. We didn't talk a lot. It was very extreme. So I don't have a problem with self-isolation. I knew you were going to ask that. I knew you were going to ask that. We had a men's community and a women's community, but there was no hanky-panky, Bob.
You
but
never went over to the other side or nothing, like, climbed the fence or anything? I mean, come on, man.
I didn't, but I knew you would if you had been there. I could tell that now.
Hey, listen, I might not be a smart man, but I know I'm not cut out for that. You lasted 8 years. I'd have lasted about 8 minutes.
Well, the NBA is going down to Orlando, and they're going to have to do that for 2 months when they play basketball.
Hey, well, look, listen, if you're going to pay me a few $1 million a whop to do it, then that's a different story. You know what I mean?
But anyway, it was a good experience. You don't have to do that experience. The nice thing about the program that Charity and I are doing, and the part that I'm playing, is you could learn how to become a Zen master fairly quickly, get in that Zen zone without becoming a monk or not, and then integrate that into every aspect of our Western lifestyle.
That's love. That's love right there. But okay. So let me ask you this now, guys. Okay. I love how we're talking about the Zen mastery and the broad strokes, and we're just all I feel like I'm eating a Haagen-Dazs ice cream and I'm never gonna get fat, and I can eat as many as I want. I mean, I love all that. I love all that. Yeah, dark chocolate Haagen-Dazs with vanilla. Don't sleep. Okay, so I'm enjoying that part of it. I'm enjoying the fairy tale. I'm so feeling so high on myself. But tomorrow morning, when I wake up, or when somebody that's listening to this stream wakes up and they say, well, I saw Allan and Charity and Bob, and they were talking about 8 figures and how to get it. What's the number one thing that somebody can do when they wake up in the morning to start on that path? I don't care what their past is. I don't care what you've been through. You have been reborn by Pastor Bob. Come on down with your checkbooks.
Yeah. Right? There's an envisioning activity. You can pray on it. You can meditate on it. You can look at it. You can stimulate your brain and look at the goals. Look at what it looks like to be an 8-figure earner. Look at the high profile lifestyle you want. Start generating that type of mindset. First thing when you wake up, you put yourself first. You do a meditation, or you do some yoga, or you take some deep breaths, or you go for a walk, or you go for prayer. Or, you got to connect with the heart and your truest desires. You really need to dial into your core soul mission, not to forget about you and dismiss it and be like, I got too much stuff on my mind. I got this and this and this, and I got to email, and I got to send this, and I got to do this. And then everything that you really want is like on the back burner. What
if you're the type of person that wakes up in the morning, you got a lot of, and I'm not saying, this or that, but let me just talk about myself. I'm fairly successful. I've fought some wars, still fighting them, but even as a quote unquote successful person, I wake up with a lot of anxiety sometimes. I still have a lot of things going on where, hey, I'm questioning myself here, there. And if you're like me, and you're like a lot of successful people out there that are self-made, you got your whole, you got a whole plethora of things that you're thinking about. Okay. So a CEO, an individual that, okay, has a certain level of financial success, but wants to do more. Okay? Maybe they want to do more. Maybe they feel like their life's journey has still not been accomplished yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the game is never over till the game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Every breath, every second that you have here is a gift, baby. You better use it. You better use it. These seconds, this time, this is priceless. And your boy knows. I've been through it. I've been through the mud and back, baby. And I know no matter what, I would have paid whatever to have that time back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob, I'll answer it this way. First of all, I think that to me, there's 2 separate issues. There's the time that we have, and there's the freedom of no time. and I know that sounds a little esoteric, but that's the beauty of self-mastery. When you attain a deep level of inner peace, you're not preoccupied with the stress and anxiety to perform. When I get up in the morning, I do my inner fitness exercise, which we teach through the 9-step formula. And it's not just about experiencing once in a while the benefits of meditation. It's a whole bunch of techniques that get you more and more into the Zen zone. And when you're living in the Zen zone, you're happy with stillness and nothingness, and you're happy with action and communication. You're happy with all of it, but it comes as a foundation with inner peace and tranquility. What
if I said to you, Allan, I love that, but everything else out here is teaching me on how to be a savage. Everything else out here is teaching me how to slaughter the sheep out here, how to carve them up. And you're talking about Zen this and Zen that. When I wake up in the morning, I wanna come out here and just, wreck.
You could do. I don't know you well enough to know how your day-to-day goes, but what I'm saying is,
I'm just speaking from the fact that what they say about high intensity individuals. Okay, if you watch a lot of YouTube and you watch the guys like Dan Pena, you watch some other guys. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're always talking about, hey, boom, boom, keep it going, just vicious savagery, just call, So
I don't buy into that. I think that's the old style of success. The definition of success for many generations is how much we're achieving, how much we're making, how much money we're making. We're talking about heart-centered success. We're talking about heart-centered companies. We're talking about heart-centered relationships. If all you want to do is run, act, go, what happens in your relationships? Is there dysfunction?
Yeah, there's just dysfunction. They get their collateral damage. They just everyone gets slaughtered.
And then you find abuse and sexual harassment and all that kind of stuff. So that level of success is not interesting to me, and I don't think to Charity. A real success, true success, I believe, is success in every area of life, which starts first with the relationship we have with ourselves and flows outward. The problem, we've got a very male-dominated and female-dominated. The male dominates act. It's good, but if you go too much, too far without mastery in yourself, you're going to screw yourself every time.
Listen, go ahead, Charity.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of my clients are those die hard, grind hard, up in the morning, up late night, going hard. They got to make, risky, hard decisions. There's stress, there's pressure, there's a lot on the line. But really, it's taking just a few minutes out of your day, and then you can go back to grinding, but really the grinders are the ones that are actually working so hard and stressing so hard that they're hitting that ceiling and they just can't seem to break free. It's when you let go of being like that and you take time to release all the madness, all that in our head and in our bodies, and manifesting all that tension and stress. Like, you're gonna have to,
what do you say to an individual? Like, for example, when I feel like I have spare time, I feel like I'm wasting time.
Right. And that is a belief in your own head. Yeah. That is something like it's hard for you to relax and take time. And that was just like me. When you have 5 restaurants and you have 300 employees and you have, orders coming in and people that got to get fired and people not showing up, you don't have time to sit and breathe and be like, If I were to do that, I probably would have done a lot better, and I wouldn't have injured myself internally so terribly and felt like I was beating the shit out of myself, because that is what we do. It's a brain mechanism, that fight or flight.
Can you still be successful? Can you still be as successful with that methodology? Can you still be as successful having that Zen frame of mind, but saying that you have a certain goal you want to accomplish? Can you still do it?
I think you could be more. I think you could be more successful, and I'll explain what I mean. Okay. This thing about feeling like you're wasting your time, I'll compare it to my life when I was growing up. I was very insecure being compared to my brother. So my whole life I tried to prove myself. So it was all about action and proving, and then I burnt out. And sometimes we need a life-changing experience, and I've come close to dying about 10 different times in my life. And that has an impact on your life where you finally say, this is nuts. This is not just about performance and proving. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. And here's the funny part, Bob, is that if we go inward and we stop.
By the way, you just hit something with me there. But go ahead. I felt something when you said that, because that was very deep. But go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt. Go ahead.
What I learned is that if you get to the point where you're fed up with dysfunction, you're fed up with being off track from how you really want to be living, and you take charge of yourself without worrying about what people think, that inner peace is the foundation. It's not the whole thing, it's the foundation. Once you have that, you get creative, you get intuitive. I'm doing things all day, but I'm doing them. I could stop on a dime and not say a word. After I get off with you guys, I could sit here for 20 minutes in tranquility and feel great. So I've got the combination of inner peace and great communication and action. I got all of it. And you end up being more creative, more successful, and with freedom, inner freedom. Because what's success if you don't have the inner freedom and you die with a cocaine addiction or something, or worse?
Very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah, so it's really a transformation. So it's not saying that, we want people to come to the table as CEOs that are already like pretty well emotionally intelligent and have these, be able to take some time off and get peaceful. And we want the people that are the grinders, that are stressing, that are having a hard time, that maybe do feel like the weight of the world is on them and that they aren't attaining that level of success, and they've tried years and years and years, and they make more business plans and they make more financial goals, and they just keep hitting the ceiling and they just can't get past it and get past the 6 figures to the 7. That is what our program is made for, is to take the real grinders and turn them into the rainmakers. So it's like a process, a transformation, going from probably the most of us feel that pressure in the morning and have like a lot of stress and have this automatic waking up feeling like this urgency. We don't have time to take a break. That is what society has made us. That is what the mediocrity of the society has programmed us to feel, that time is money, and you better, get that fire under your fanny and get to, cracking, or you're going to miss out on the next big deal.
So you're saying there's another way?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is making room and space in your mind and in your heart and in your belief that you can attain that level of success, kind of quiet the noise of everybody else's issues that may be plaguing you, that you're putting your time and energy in, and refocusing on what is most important.
I love it.
Which is yourself and,
Love it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Where's the clapping? Where's that group? I want some clapping.
Hey, man, hold on. I'm trying to keep, hold on.
Sounds like a Trump rally.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Miracle. Okay.
Yeah, you can be your own miracle.
Okay. All right. So here's what we got so far. Ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Zen Master, Allan Knight. We've got the Zen Queen, Charity Brown. And we got the dog.
You got the wolf.
Period.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yes. And we're talking about building that entrepreneur, and we're talking about those steps that's needed to get these dreams that we know we have in our hands, that we know we have in our grasp. How can we make those reality? There's no difference between you, me, or anybody else. We all have 24 hours, right? But why are some people where they are and others where they are? What's the difference? Okay. We're talking about it a little bit here tonight. All right. And what we've learned thus far is that mastery. Okay. Because I've always, when you've got it out the mud and you've got it hard, you always feel you're under attack and your only defense is offense. That's been my only defense. I don't have any other defense. I don't have anybody on my defensive line. All I have is offense. Sir, they're about to score. Well, I don't care. Where's their offense? Kill them. You don't care. Let them score all they want. We're going to get them back. So that mental, along with that team. So I want to ask you guys now. Okay, let's go one step further. We've established, okay, that mental is super important. All right. What are some other tangible aspects of that 7-8 figure entrepreneur that individuals can strive to be like, if I can say so?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is the high level 8-figure ring. The earners are the ones that have good mentors and have people that they can talk to that are doing better than them, that have ideas, that plant those seeds of, more success. And having a powerful mindset is also having support and feeling supported and having the ability to delegate and to free up more time for yourself and to have, your programs dialed in and your plan and your metrics. Like, you have to know your numbers. You have to know what your KPIs are. You have to have at least 5 of them dialed in, so you know where your money's going, because it's really important at the end of the day to be able to spot check your financials and to know, okay, we're on target.
Hold on, because this is super important. This is super important. Okay, so now we're talking about, okay, the next step is making sure that all the details are covered. Is that where we're getting at here? Is to make sure that process is covered, Charity?
Yeah, it's process, controls, policies, procedures, implementing KPIs, knowing what they are. What does, a perfect procedural manual for your financials? Is it bulletproof? Is it accurate? Is it like a financial GPS? It will tell you when something's wrong. Are there targets so you don't lose money? You have to have a map. You have to have a plan for your money, and you have to make it feasible. Like, it has to be realistic, and you also have to mitigate and issues that happen and not be behind the 8 ball, and actually be able to recognize it when it's happening, so you don't lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Absolutely. And have different processes in place to make sure that you can recover, and that cash flow is king. Again, you have to be able to leverage the cash flow and the money, and so the money, man, the cake. It's all about being able to draw pictures with your cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to invent that one diet pill that I can eat all the cake and the Haagen-Dazs ice cream I want and not gain a pound.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of how you need to make your business stealth, like that, just like bulletproof, like any Scud missile or any, to complete.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, there we go. Here's the Scud missile.
You need to be able to recover. So you got to have a lot of planning. Strategy is super important. To communicate it is one thing, to think about it is another, but to really get it on paper and get a devised plan that is, tested and approved, and to also have an accountability system to say, look, these were your benchmarks for the year. This is where you're supposed to be in third quarter. Look, you're $18,000 below per month. If you keep doing that, you're going to be $200K under, and you're not going to get your bonus, and you're not going to get your dividend payout, and then you're not going to be able to buy that new house.
That measurability.
The measure.
Something is created once you can measure it. Correct, Zen Master?
Yeah, well, this is Charity's expertise. That's why I hooked up with her.
That's right. Now, listen. I've got a question here, because, listen, sometimes guys, if we keep waiting, and I'm not saying that, hey, I love getting that mind in order, but sometimes for me, the way I work and I process is that once I start planning, then my mind can wrap around things a lot quicker for me, you know. So I'm saying all that to say is, ladies and gentlemen, don't hesitate. Okay. Charity is available. She's got a very special CEO program. She's got a entrepreneur accelerator program, and you see the team here. We've got we've got the process and we've got the mind together. Okay. Charity Brown, Allan Knight are here. If you guys are watching us for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We talk about money, business, credit, motivation, and how to put the whole team together. Very special guest tonight, Charity Brown from the Now Answer Group. Charity, I want to know a little bit about, okay, so that type of individual that learns and that you know, gets their mind right by going through the process, what do you say to that individual?
Oh, congratulations. I mean, transformation, like that's a winner, right? That's a complete success, because then you win the game of life. It's not just winning in business then, because it used to be you separate personal from business. Okay. You don't, you know, in my day and age, watching my family, you know, entrepreneurs, they never discussed anything about feelings or thinking about, you know, bringing in prayer or meditation. It was like, you know, you gotta ditch the heart, use your head, and you know, dog.
Oh, what is, sorry for you. Sorry that you have.
Yeah, but this is the new. This
they don't matter.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Well, and that's the thing. That's when you start putting yourself first, and you start loving yourself, and you forgive yourself, and you like get that warm heart feeling when you think of you and think about how far you've come and how much you've overcome and how far that you can go because you've already came so far, and how strong you are. And you really actually start appreciating yourself and feeling like, you know, my ideas are viable. I am a multi, you know, 7-figure earner. I have the ability, I have the product, I have the business, I have the team. Nothing can stop me,
right?
You know, and then also, and just appreciate that in yourself, that you're relentless and that you never give up, and that nothing will keep you down. You fall down, you get back up. So that is really what it takes, is that mindset.
I'm starting to get excited. You know what happens when I
one thing I want to jump in.
I'm going to start hollering at the wolf if you keep up with that.
No, I want to jump in here, Bob. I just want to add one thing.
Go ahead, Allan.
One thing that we didn't talk a lot about it, just to add to what Charity just said, is it's not just about mindset. The mindset leads to mastering our communication skills. To run a great business, we're in communication with people all the time. And the benefit of being in the Zen Zone and self-mastery, then you become a better listener. You become more attentive. Yes. You listen more. You see the other person. You know how to respond rather than react. You understand the personality types. So when we teach inner fitness, we're teaching that as a foundation to mastering all your communication skills. Then added to that, all the business stuff that Charity teaches us, then you've got the whole package.
Absolutely.
That's
beautiful. Well said by the Zen master.
Yeah.
Are you making fun of me, Bob?
No, I'm not. I mean, that's just how I talk. That's my Inspector Clouseau voice. Inspector Clouseau.
He has a lot of characters over there. He's got 15 different characters under that hat.
Have you seen my Indian Bob character? If you like some IT work done, I can help you. No problem.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't get stuck on you know, trying to revive and get people to like meditate well and stay in the Zen zone. That would be like the mastery of the course if you find that inner happiness. But sometimes it takes a while. Our course is 8 weeks. Okay, it's twice a week. 8 weeks, and it's part of the 9 steps. You can use it or leave it. You're gonna get 50 other tools out of the program. That is just like the enlightened part where you feel like you can really transform your whole entire life, because once you get into that zone, once you start appreciating yourself and you start, dialing into your core, mission, and understand that it's not about the stress. I used to think that the stress fueled me. I needed that.
Right,
I needed that
exactly.
fire. I needed that 500 phone
Exactly.
calls a day. I needed that to get me to,
Yes.
get my butt in gear. And that was destructive. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
Okay.
So
that's not healthy. That's not healthy.
Well,
Because
you might get high blood pressure. It's high blood pressure.
I've tried to get myself so comfortable with that feeling that when that feeling is not there, when I feel like I'm not on my tippy toes and just ready to clock a person when they come in the door, that something's wrong. Oh, I'm too relaxed. That means, you know what I mean? I'm just too relaxed. That means I'm lazy. You know what I mean? I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I could be doing more.
Bob, when you master yourself, you'll know when to shut up and be calm. You'll know when to get enthusiastic on a dime. You'll know when to listen. You know when to communicate. It's all about mastery.
More deep breaths. More deep breaths, Cake Boss. Yes, there you go. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna get high. That's the other thing from breathing and taking deep breaths and taking 5 minutes to yourself. You will literally feel like you're walking on clouds, and you will.
And then you get a massage.
Yeah, that's true too.
Then get a massage. Follow that up with a massage, Bob.
Oh man,
self-care, lots of self-care. You have to treat yourself.
A little bit of champagne, or should I just
have
champagne?
He's making fun of us.
I know. That's his job. But
I love
Bobby
what you guys are doing.
has done amazing things, and he has an amazing program, and I appreciate him. Like he does his share of giving back, like these webinars and doing all the production, and I'm really interested in maybe adding that to our branding. There is some opportunity there to also, it's not just a financial course or a business planning course. We also do branding and like PR work and get you visible and, reorganize your business structure, visual visibility online, and also teach you the behind the scene tools that you need to manage your marketing spend and your ad spend and things like that.
That is that's so powerful. That's so powerful. Just in case, I do want to say this, what Charity's talking about is a new product that I actually talked to her about this morning. And what I want to do, and you guys tell me what you think, but what I want to do is I want to have different business owners be able to have this YouTube experience and be interviewed and have the chance to really talk about their business. As we all know, content is so important nowadays in marketing and in getting your customers to know you, and what better content than video? I don't think there's any other content that's hitting like video is, Charity. I mean, I know you just had a great relationship you have with Kevin Harrington, who is one of the original sharks of Shark Tank, if you guys didn't know. And Charity, I want you to tell, as we get ready to get out of here, by the way, it's 10 o'clock. We do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well as Charity's channel. All of the links to her coaching and consulting plans are all in the description below. Subscribe and make sure you reach out to her. You're gonna get Allan, you're gonna get Charity, and you're gonna get the cake dog too, if you play your cards right, baby. You know what I mean?
That's right, because that's where we get our funding. So we are a team. Okay, so my programs are well integrated with what Cake Boss over here says, because he is all about the cake as well. So it's really in alignment with what we're doing.
Though. I'm all about the love.
Yeah. We definitely get into how to leverage the banks, and you make sure you have impeccable credit, business credit, get you on Dun & Bradstreet. And that's key to do the 8 figures. You've got to be financially responsible and have those numbers right too.
Absolutely. I mean, Charity, I don't know what better way that you can be a part of a program and get an account in your business name. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You know, you guys really need to sign up for the 15-minute consultation that I have, and also make sure you go to that link in the description and sign up for Charity's consultation. Charity, explain to them a little bit about how that works, please, before we get out of here.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute strategy session. So you can go to nowanswergroup.com. It's a button at the top right above the endorsement from Kevin. And we get on the phone. I ask you a series of questions to find out about your business dreams or your position within your business, what products, you know, what's working, what's not. It's a real quick overview. You'll get useful information. I'll tell you a couple apps or things that might help, or I'll prescribe you the program and we can talk about the details and see if it fits in with your lifestyle.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. And so, you know, the product that, you know, I want to incorporate with that, like I was saying, is, so for example, here's what I was thinking. And let me run the pitch by everybody here now that we're all here. What I wanted to do was get business people on that, you know, that wanted to get out there on YouTube, maybe didn't know how to do it, and just get an interview and get some content out there for their business. So it's a great way to partner up with me. And then also you guys make sure that you partner up with Charity as well. Well, guys,
yes,
it's been another one, man. I had a great time.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And Allan, he's one of the most enlightened individuals I've worked with, and easy to get along with. And his concepts, his 9 steps, really changed my life, actually. And that's really why I integrated, because I could see how it would help entrepreneurs. You know, being an entrepreneur for 25 years, I've, you know, owned restaurants, bars, lottery facilities, salons, bookkeeping businesses, e-commerce stores, boutiques, consulting firms. You know, I have done a lot. Okay. And it has really helped me kind of transfer all the stuff, all the failures, or maybe the beliefs that I had, limiting beliefs that I had about myself or about, you know, anything, and to be able to release those and to ditch that and to get them out of my reality and to really dial into the now and what is possible now, not what happened yesterday.
Master.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? I mean, you know, how did you guys get to, like,
Facebook? I think
we met
Allan
on
was
Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, he's a coach. He has his own coaching business as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
we just chatted, and actually he did a strategy session. He booked a strategy session with me.
Okay.
And we chatted about his business and then about my business. And you know, it's really I only had this vision during my transformation of going from that very high stress, had to have the pressure, had to have the fire under my ass all the time, making sure that I always had too much on my plate, so I could never take time for me and really dial into what was important for me. Also, being a mom, we always sacrifice our own happiness for our families.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's very common in society to be able to forget about yourself and put all your other stressors in front of what really is important, and you know, taking time for self-care and really dialing into what your dreams are and taking the action steps to do that, you know. So absolutely. Well, you know, I love having these conversations because it just lets me know that, listen, there is somebody out there that feels like I do. There is somebody out there that I can relate to. Sometimes in Allan, we were talking about this earlier about how this you know, the whole situation, how the whole pandemic situation and how it's changed things. And you had a really good comment before we even started about this situation.
Well, you know, it's funny, but when the pandemic started, for a couple of days, like anybody else, I was kind of taken aback. This is weird. But then I always like to turn lemon into lemonade. And I said, what can I do? And I realized, hey, I want to walk the talk of what I teach people. I want to go and master myself even more. So, and I've been more productive, more happy, more content, more free during this pandemic than ever before.
Wow, that's
amazing. So it's another example of turning challenges into opportunities.
Amazing. And that's so important. You know, you guys, it's about that state of mind. And then if you're that type of person that, hey, you want some action, you want a plan, you want a blueprint, that is also something that we are here to provide, because as an entrepreneur, as an individual that is high powered, motivated, how do you focus that energy? Okay, you've got all of this energy, okay, but how do you focus that energy to really cut through this 6 foot thick wall of steel?
Yeah, right.
One last thought I want to, before we cut in, I want to say one thing about Charity. She was very kind to say those nice things about me. But what's amazing is that no matter how much I teach people how to feel great about themselves, how to be confident, there's still the business reality. And she's just such an expert. And you know what? A lot of teachers and consultants know stuff from the head. She's been through building her businesses. She's been there. She's done it. And that's why I wanted to connect with her. And just listening to her tonight, when I first met her, she wasn't even this good a communicator. Just to let you know, you're a much better communicator, not just because of me. You did like a great job at your communicating tonight. I should tell you that.
Oh, are you talking to me?
No. Well, you too, but I was talking about Charity.
I was gonna say, okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, Charity does. Charity does.
She's much better looking than you, Bob.
Well, yeah, I hope so. Sure. I mean, listen, I'm all about, hey, you do what you want. I'm rainbow, let it rain, but hey, it's
and
all
Bob,
good.
I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for having me on with Charity, but having me on, you've been great. You've been fun, and look forward to getting to know you a little better.
I really appreciate it, both of you guys. Allan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on here tonight. It was a great surprise. I would never expect anything but the best from Charity, and that's what we got tonight, So once again, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. And there's a few people I want to shout out. So did Sal call you, by the way? Charity, Sal's on the chat again. Sal,
is he on again? Oh, I need to call him. Sal, hit that strategy button. What is he talking about?
So Sal says, I'm well connected in the cannabis industry. Your program sounds so beneficial for such a fast-paced, stressful industry, and could provide so many business owners with a positive personal experience. I'd love to know more about the program. So yeah, absolutely, Sal.
Thank you, Sal. Please hit me up.
Yep. All the links are in the description. She's got a YouTube channel. She's got a Facebook page. She's got all the links right in the description. Super easy. Go to this landing page, fill out your information, and schedule that 30 minutes with Charity, ladies and gentlemen. You got another fan here. Curtis Von Dreich. Remember him?
Yes, Curtis. What's up?
Yeah, he's in the house. He back. He don't never show up on my other streams when you're not here. Yeah, I see you, Curtis.
Oh, nice. I'm following you too.
But peace and love. Peace and love.
It's all about that cake bath.
Absolutely. Peace and love. And hey, listen, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I can't thank you enough. I feel so humbled that you guys have given me this platform and people actually come out to see me. I'm a little crazy, but I mean well. We're going to get to the top by any means necessary, and I'm going to keep bringing you that cake, baby. Okay? So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, any last words, guys?
Thank you so much. Just one last thought to your audience. Don't let anybody or anything get in the way of living your dream lifestyle. That's my last thought.
Listen, after that, there's nothing else to say. I'm just going to play some music, and we'll catch you next time.